Welcome back everyone to the Merciful Metal channel. My name is Thomas and this is gonna be another record round episode. I really like doing these videos. If you don't know what record round is, it's kind of my own little show series where I show 5 records that I think deserve more attention, are underrated, that people should hear. Obscure gems that people might not know of. Records that deserve some more attention. You get the point. And the purpose of these videos is to just introduce people to records that are just hidden away in time, buried in time, but that deserve some more attention. So if you discover something new in here, if only one person discovers something new in here, my job is done. So let me know. I like to hear it. If you discover something new in here or in one of the previous episodes, that's great. Let's just get into it. I've already talked too much. First record I'm going to show you. This one is fantastic. I mean, why wouldn't I show a record, or why would I show a record that it's not fantastic? But yeah, this one is fantastic. This is Der Kaiser with Vultures in French. It's a French band. This record is from 1984. They have a second record from 1985, but this is where you gotta be. Debut record from Der Kaiser. This is fantastic stuff. It's traditional heavy metal. Just look at that cover, man. That's awesome. It's traditional heavy metal. They sing in French, so if you don't like that, chances are you might not like this record. But it's killer. It's traditional heavy metal in French, with a lot. You can hear a lot of Iron Maiden in here. And I don't want to call them the Iron Maiden of France. But this record contains so much of the galloping riffs with the outstanding bass guitar in the mix. It's fantastic. The opening song, Saga de Fer. Please kill me if I pronounce something wrong. Saga de Fer. Don't do that. I'm gonna pronounce it wrong anyway. Saga de Fer, the opening song of this record, is just the best song to me. And the second song, Non Retour, also killer one. Just check out these two if I tickled your curiosity bone. Fantastic record. It's so catchy, it's so upbeat, nice to listen to. If you like Iron Maiden riffs, then you'll like this. The vocals are also like very out there. They're clean, but they're very I had a word in my mind, but I forget what it was. The vocals are good, that's the point I'm trying to make. Fantastic record that I think deserves way more attention and love. Der Kaiser Vulture from 1984. And of course, if you don't know Record Round, I'll always play a little clip at the end, so you can also hear what I just described, because I know not everyone is gonna look up everything. So an audio clip is like a better introduction to just my words. So if you like what you hear, check it out. Second one, also killer record and just amazing cover as well. This is Ed Lane, Living in the Dark. German heavy metal. Just look at the cover, that is fantastic. Ed Lane, this record is also from 1984, I believe, if not 1985. Does it... Yeah, I'm gonna say 1984. Yeah, this is a great record. It's so catchy, melodic. If you know what, if I have to describe this record, if you know bands like Stormwitch or early, like the German Steeler, early Running Wild, early Halloween, it's like that. It's like speed metal, but combined with power metal, or at least because power metal wasn't fully developed yet as we know it today. But it's that early speed power metal, the German stuff. Like I said, I think the best comparison to draw is like with Stormwitch or early Running Wild. It's rough, well, not really rough, but you know, it has balls, but also melody, catchy choruses, just fun songs. Absolutely fantastic record, and I think this record is not talked about enough, or this band, because they have a second record as well, from 1986, I believe, Guardians of Tomorrow, something like that. I don't have it in my collection, but it's also like a good follow-up for this record. So if you like what you're gonna hear in a second, make sure to check out just this band, their second record as well. Living in the Dark, the title song, is very catchy. Sinner, Thousand Nights in Hell, just so much catchy songs on here. I mean, if that band picture doesn't speak for this record, then I don't know. It has metal, it has leather, it has mustaches. This is as metal as you can get it. Ed Lane, Living in the Dark. Check it out. So if you've seen Record Round before, you know the third slot is reserved for an extreme metal record. So I always like to do this, show one extreme metal record, so people who like more extreme metal also have a reason to watch Record Round. Because if you've noticed, it's mostly like more tame, more traditional heavy metal, you know, speed, thrash, heavy power, that kind of stuff. But I also like some extreme stuff, so just to satisfy the extreme metal heads, third slot of the episode is dedicated to an extreme metal record, and in this episode it's Aggressor with Never Ending Destiny. It's a band from France again, but don't worry, they sing in English, they growl in English, they scream in English. Just look at that fucking cover. Aggressor, this is their debut record from 1990, and it's death metal on the verge of thrash. It's really thrashy. There's a lot of tremolo picking guitar riffs that just go on and on like a freight train, you know, like a group of killer bees just going insane. This record is fantastic. There's a lot of blast beats in here. It's just, like I said, it's fast. It just goes on and on like a freight train. Killer record. Let's see, the song Dark Power, for example, is a more mid-paced song, but still very heavy. Riffs. If you like death metal, early death metal. I think the best comparison I can take is like early death, Altars of Madness from Morbid Angel, stuff like that, you know, the very thrashy early death metal. Um, yeah, if that cover doesn't already speak for itself. Man, we have a lot of great covers in this episode. Just check it out, man. This is fantastic death metal. I really like it. I really like that thrashy edge to it. It just goes on and on. There's no really a lot of room to breathe here, because like I said, there's a mid-paced song on here, but right before you know it, you get kicked in the face with another blast beat riff. It's fantastic. If you like death metal and you don't know this one, check it out. It's really good. Next up is we're going all around the world today. This is from Russia. This is the band Aria, if I say that right. It is spelled in Russian. They sing in Russian. Even the song titles are in Russian, so I can recommend you any songs which I didn't think through. But nonetheless, this is the debut record from traditional heavy metal band Aria from Russia. It was originally released in 1985 on the reel-to-reel format. I've gone over this in another video about Russian heavy metal, so you know the deal. Check that video out, it's really nice. But this record wasn't originally released officially. Did that sentence make sense? This record wasn't released until somewhere in the 90s, when they eventually got a record deal, because it was tough times in the Soviet Union for early heavy metal bands. Like I said, this one was from 1985. No record label would dare to take on a heavy metal band. This is fantastic heavy metal, and I just realized I'm going to draw the Iron Maiden comparison again, just with Der Kaiser. But people, if you look this band up, people throw around the Russian Iron Maiden tag like crazy, and I can't blame them. It's like a Russian Iron Maiden. It's a fantastic. This one is from 2013. This is the first time this record showed up on vinyl, which is really cool. And we have the logo is in there, but you can't really see it. Lyrics all in Russian, so I can't recommend you anything. But yeah, the first two songs. The first song is what really dragged me into this record. It was so fantastic. The chorus is so, there's something magic about it. I don't know how to explain it, but that first song, that chorus is just pure magic to me. Second song, which is called in English Toledo, something like that. Also, I think one of their most popular songs, if they played live like recently. I don't know if they are still active, but in the recent years it was like a guaranteed song on the live playlist. Very catchy song, opens with this bass guitar, Steve Harris style. The record, if you want to look it up, if you like what you're gonna hear in a second, if you want to look this record up, it's you can find it on YouTube very easily. Don't worry about the Russian. It's called Aria, and the record is, if I'm not mistaken, called Megalomania. So if you just type that in a YouTube, Aria Megalomania 1985, you're guaranteed to find this record. It's really worth your time if you like obscure heavy metal, and if you like Iron Maiden. Definitely check this record out, because it is such a legendary Russian heavy metal band, but I don't hear a lot of people. There's not enough talk about this band. Check these guys out, they're fantastic. This is only their first record and they have a huge discography. Really, if you like what you're gonna hear now, there's so much better stuff from them out there, but this is my personal favorite of them. It was my introduction to them, so check these guys out. I cannot hype Aria enough. And last, but certainly not least, Thrust Me. This is Thruster with MIA. This record was originally from 1987, I believe, if not 1986. This is US power metal, and this is just such an buried treasure, overlooked gem. This is really a killer record. I love this record, it's so good. Cut that out. I'm not gonna cut it out, I'm just gonna leave it in. There we go. Careful now. Thruster MIA 1987. Fantastic record. US power metal. What I wanted to say is that this is a reissue. There is a lyric sheet in here, which is really cool with some band pictures. Yeah, this is, like I said, US power metal. It's very catchy. It's a fun record. It's a really good record. First two songs, just if these don't drag you in, The Conflict and Only Fools. Only Fools is my favorite track of this record. There's just so much good stuff on here. Screams of Pain, Can't Take It No More is kind of it's a fast-paced song, or like mid-fast-paced, but it kind of has a ballad feeling to it, while it's still just speed metal. Very good song though, and also one that is fantastic is the title track, MIA. It starts out with this kind of marching sound, and then just kicks in this really mid-paced banging riff that just goes along with the marching. If that doesn't move your head, then I don't know. It's a very catchy song, it gets stuck in your head, at least to me. If I listen to this record, all of these songs just get stuck in my head for a week. This is fantastic US power metal, and a record I've never seen or heard anyone talk about this record, but it's just so great. It really deserves some more attention. Great stuff, and a nice record to close this episode. Was it for this episode of Record Round. I think it's a little longer. I've been going on like crazy. But yeah, if you liked anything in here, let me know. Let me know if you discovered something new. I love to hear it. So that was it. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Record Round. If this is your first one, make sure to check out the other ones, because there's some great stuff in there as well. I thank you all for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, and bye.